A dream wrapped a spinning fire. The NFT and ours are diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From meme coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a dream, show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician.
Hey, Mega GM guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wednesday, May 7th, and a really big day. FOMC later today. We're going to find out the fate of crypto for the summer here. Maybe not Bitcoin. Maybe Bitcoin all on its own, I think, has got good times ahead. But yeah, today's a big day for, kind of broader crypto. Some big announcements over the past 24 hours on the trade front, on the tariff front, on, here in Web3, even tokens and project update. A lot of cool shit going on. How about that? We'll just say that. China GM Sir, Drop King. Good morning, Cats. Great to see you, dude. You got your pie, which is finally, dude. Nice. That I've been looking at that token here and there. I check like top gainers and losers here like daily, and I see pie there sort of often. I don't think doing great, but I don't know. Christian Jensen. Good morning. All right, let's do this thing, man. We're live on Abstract, on X, on YouTube. Definitely come over to the YouTube side and subscribe. We're really getting some cool shows going. I think I'm digging the afternoon show a lot, man. Getting deeper into AI, the Genesis token launches. You got to check those out, man. You have to. I think they're going to keep you very, very dialed into the crypto AI stuff, especially on virtuals. Man, catch those replays over here. We'll keep them short and sweet, and, that way you can catch them every day. But again, if you don't catch them live, 2 p.m. Eastern time, all the same places, go back here, catch up. It's worth doing. Hang on a second here. Boom, boom. Hang on. Yeah. I felt something felt off. Follow me on X, Hudah_idiot. And, of course, Crypto Slam IO. SlamAI_XYZ, and yes, check out the light paper, SlamAI.xyz, and our flagship AI agent, the Swarm_AI. And I'll say again, that's where you're getting the spicy stories, the spicy AI interviews, which come in fast and furious. We got some cool stuff coming up starting today, man. Today's the very first of our Virtuals Genesis launch interviews, chats. I like this Gloria agent. Right? I've been talking about the Gloria agent. Yeah, dude. Wow, almost 700% oversubscribed. I think we nailed. Look, I don't know if it's good or bad when these are oversubscribed, right? Because you get less tokens. Your percent probably goes down, right? But I think already we're going to be able to pick out some special coins early enough. Although again, I'm not sure early matters. Anyway, Gloria, I like the agent. I like the team. I've been reading their news for a couple of years now. We'll have them on the show today. So yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern time, all these same channels. Come check us out live, chatting with John. And I'm pretty interested in AI and news, and it should be a great chat. Now we got another hot one coming up either tomorrow or Friday, and that's not the AI XVC chat. That's coming too. But we got another. If you just look for what's like the hot tokens that are coming this week, you'll have an idea of who that is. All right, let's get into actually the timing of this is perfect. Here we go. Hang on, let me fix something real quick. I'm gonna bring up. I got a special guest today. Hang on. All right. We're not very professional here. Hang on. It's fitting because of the topic, man. My favorite story. It's going to be one of my favorite stories of the past, year. Whatever. New Hampshire becomes the first state to officially create a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Born and fucking raised in New Hampshire, this guy. And also this guy. This guy too. That's right. Dude, good morning. We have not chatted in so long. How are you?
Yeah. Hey, good morning, man. It's great to great to be here. Been you ask me all the time, like, hey, if you want to come on, and it's just been busy, and we haven't even had our normal like phone calls at night. So good to see you.
Yeah. Well, you do. I think you always tell me you guys do like morning meetings right when this show goes on. So
Yeah, I'm probably blowing one off right now, to be totally honest.
that's
Like you
what's up.
usually, yeah, not like an official one, but just like a catch up. But I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what, I need to get on and say hello and catch up.
There you go. Hang for a bit. Take a boogie when you need to. But dude, cool
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'm glad you're here. What do you think, man? Our fucking home state with the
Live
like setting the pace.
live free or die, right?
That's
That's
it.
the motto of the Granite State. It's awesome. Like it's
It's like
just like
fitting.
watching the slow progression of adoption it's awesome.
Yeah, I love that it's them because Arizona didn't go through, right? Arizona, the governor vetoed that. I don't remember. There was news about Florida. There was like two like Bitcoin related like bills that dead as of like yesterday. Like they didn't even get to the point where they're being voted on. I think they're just dead. I don't know if that was about strategic Bitcoin reserves, but like Wyoming was a no go. Just a whole bunch of L's that started stacking up. But again, it's like so fitting that it's New Hampshire that signs this thing.
It is really
It's
fitting.
fucking cool. Yeah.
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 One of
Bitcoin
the
or
original
die.
colonies, kind of the first primary state. They kick off their elections with the earliest, where they do it. You know how they have that like tiny town up in the White Mountains that does like the first official like for presidential elections, the first official vote. It's at midnight. You ever follow that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They lead the way, man. New Hampshire, tiny ass state, leading the way.
Yep. Fucking love it. So what can they do here? Some details. Um, this uh okay, takes effect in 60 days. This is lining up perfect, dude, for like fall, like like kick-ass fall run. And even summer. I still don't think sell in May and walk away. Um, but certainly like late summer. You know what I mean? Late summer. What's up? Wait.
I love the sell and May walk away. I love yeah. I just love that's like a thing right now.
People are so stupid. I hate all these sayings. By the way, Mike Bennett,
It's
you're in Concord, huh? You're from New Hampshire? Or are you there
oh
now? There was a great comic store in New Hampshire, and I remember it burned down. There was like a Mexican restaurant next to it. I remember like 10 years ago it burned down. Not Concord. But you're in New Hampshire?
what was the Concord about?
I don't know. He just said Concord. That's it. Just like fucking
Concord.
drops
It's
Concord and
like plant
then
plant the flag in the capital.
there you go. I like Concord. Born in Manchester, Nashua. Um,
Yeah.
I miss it so much there, dude. I miss it.
Yeah, it's
Um,
beautiful. Although like Western New York has kind of similar vibes. It is different than New England, but it like, climate's similar.
yeah, that whole area is awesome. All right, Mike Bennett. No, he was just guessing the town. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no,
So
no.
we grew up in
Something
Londonderry, and then but yeah, born kind of all over. Where was Yak born? Where was
uh he was in New Jersey.
Oh my God,
Jersey.
I totally forgot that, dude. If you would have asked me that, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have been able to answer. My brain doesn't work anymore.
You'd have to phone a friend on that. Yeah,
That's
Jersey.
fucking nuts. I don't remember where my older brother was born.
I believe
Yikes.
Palisades Park.
Holy shit. I shouldn't have said that live, but it is true. God damn, dude, my brain doesn't work. Um, well, let's go right past that. All right, 60 days from now, New Hampshire can start buying Bitcoin. 5% of total state funds can be allocated towards it. By the way, it's not like specifically about Bitcoin. It's any digital asset that has like a market cap of 500 bill, which
Oh,
means in the future it could be more. It's really interesting. Yeah. So it just says digital asset with at least 500 bill market cap. So I mean, it is just Bitcoin now, but there's some that are not super far off. Um, Interesting. Maybe
it is.
Cyberkong strategic reserve at
Yes.
some point.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Is Trump retarded, by the way? Like
Yeah,
genuinely?
man. He just like just his tactics. I don't want to say they don't work, because like maybe what he's doing with trades, like maybe it can work. I've heard some good points kind of on each side, but like, yeah, man, he's like old and kind of dumb, and I don't know, man. I mean, I'm happy with some of the things he's done and not happy with others.
Yeah. This clip of him yesterday saying we had a deficit of over 1 trillion, and because of 145% tariffs, I guess there's no trading. We are therefore making in a certain way 1.1 trillion because nobody's
Yes.
trading. We're not taking a loss, so we're making money. He's a special dude.
Yeah.
Special boy.
Yeah, how do you feel about him? I mean, I know it's jumping gears a bit. Like, fine with it. I mean, just like, is what it is kind of thing. Obviously pro crypto, but yeah. Any profound
Yeah.
thoughts on our president?
I look like optimistic about tech. I don't have any faith that there's some big plan like his last presidency. If you thought he had a plan that he was like just playing 4D chess, it never played out that way. I think he like stumbled his way into, certain things like actually working, like maybe in spite of him. I'm not sure how much he has to do with it because it feels like he just kind of breaks things. And as they're like pieced back together and, things might look good. But this feels like one of those things, thinking he's playing a game and going to lead us to, I don't know, some fucking, I don't know, just wild economy here in the next few years. It probably happens, but I don't think because of this. Again, I think it's in spite of this. But I don't know. I'm hoping. Gloria went
Could
live.
be.
Let me peek at that while we're chatting. Yeah. But I don't know. I do think there's something to resetting, the imbalances here in trade. But it's not just, it's not all about trade. There's other things. There's give and take everywhere. I have a hard time believing we're giving so much more. No, actually, that's not hard to believe. So I don't know. But it's going to get interesting in a week or two here when, like, everybody's talking about it now. Like, shelves are going to kind of be pretty fucking empty in certain places, right? Everybody's talking
This
about
is
it
what
now.
I want to see. Yeah, this is the rebuttal that you hear on the side that is kind of against what he's doing, is that's what's going to happen. So that's sort of the next thing that I'm kind of like looking out for is, do we go in and see that the shelves are, half full? It'll be interesting. I think they were saying like the first freighters from China that have like the 145% tariff have landed and or have made it to port, and that they're like half full. I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I never know what to believe anymore. So
Yeah.
I know like locally things are like okay, like business is still good. Tariffs had not, at least in the flooring business, had a massive effect yet. But I heard May 12th is sort of like the next like key date we're waiting for
Oh,
to
interesting.
see if
Why?
things stay in effect. I think that's when some things, like, if it's weird because I get emails daily from manufacturers, and maybe like every 2 or 3 days, just with updates. That it's a very fluid situation. So I think some tariffs have taken effect. I don't know if there's more that go into effect on the 12th, but I keep hearing like the 12th is a date that they're waiting for some
Huh.
answers on.
And that's not like the
So
90-day pause because that was only like 30, 40 days ago when he
yeah,
paused them. Yeah.
yeah,
Huh.
correct. So I'm not exact. I don't know if it's like a flooring specific thing, but so far, like some of our products from like Southeast Asia, 8 to 10% increases. I don't carry really much of anything from China, so I haven't been hit with. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see if consumer sentiment takes a nosedive.
Yeah. Dude, I'm more worried about the crypto side now because Trump is kind of becoming a liability here for crypto. Like the past week things have changed like I think a lot. Like with the talk about crypto. By the way, we've got China cutting rates 10 points lower, bank reserve by 50 points. Today FOMC. Like today is a really really fucking big day for the markets here. But China, US finally like officially going to be talking, which is awesome. Market loves it. Again, fucking finally. Um, Most people don't think we're getting rate cuts today. So we'll keep an eye. What do you guys think? Rate cuts, 1 for cuts, yes. 2 for cuts, 2 for no cuts. Henry, what do you think? We getting cuts today?
I don't think we get cuts today.
Damn. Brutal.
Yeah, but fuck, what do I know?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm hoping for a nice little surprise because
What's the poly market odds on it?
yeah, 98% against.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
okay.
that it's not happening. Keeping rates unchanged here, so we'll see. Still, market reacting on the China-U.S. trade talk news. Mike Bennett too, no, does not think. My sync, he does not. He also doesn't think we're getting them today. But yeah, so I wonder if that's already priced in. I kind of assume it is, and right now, the market moving on the China-U.S. talking headline. Bitcoin just under 97K. It's great to see it back there. I'm still hoping. I made my bet with English that we'll see Bitcoin. We did this like 2 months ago. I bet him that we'll see Bitcoin. But my bet was basically it's a bet that it's not sell in May and walk away, right? Although if it hits this number, maybe it is sell and get out. But I said 104.5 is where I think we'll see Bitcoin this month. Just the spirit of it was, again, I think May is going to cook and that we at least play around all-time high. Like we kind of maybe threaten to get in that ballpark. So we picked that number, 104.5.
I like
And
it.
I don't know. I don't know about that. But we'll see. We're betting a Flora for him. So
Okay. It's a fair. That's that. Yeah, I like that. I would take your side. What's the in May? That's when this bet is.
yep.
Okay.
Just if Bitcoin touches 104.5, I win. If not, he does. There's a really good chance of it. But okay. My big bet was really on legislation. Thinking that we're going to get crypto legislation. If it doesn't like happen now or into the summer, it's just that the talk about it was really going to ramp up, right? Stables Act, Genius Act, FIT 21. Only problem is it's kind of backfiring already. Christian Jensen, good morning, man. Well, I already said good morning, but saying we're definitely not getting a cut today. Commentary after is what'll be interesting here. So,
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's spot on. Yeah, I think that's spot on. That's it. Like what does Uncle Powell say?
Yep. But like, yeah, here's what's kind of shitty. Actually, a couple other random points just about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we're looking at the what is this? Bitwise ETFs. Is this Bitwise ETFs. Their ETFs, Bitcoin's catching more volume than gold this year, which is pretty fucking interesting. I don't know if people have quite realized that. Yeah, I don't know. Gold's been amazing, but Bitcoin outperforming, not percentage wise, but like flows wise, volume wise. Fed bought 14.8 billion worth of 10-year bonds yesterday, the day before 20 billion. They're like people are saying this is not quantitative easing, but it's like maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know what else you call it. I don't know. Maybe, and again, this is probably more a Christian Jensen question. Fog, good morning. What do you call that? What would we refer to that as? But dude, here's the problem with Trump. Did you see the Elizabeth Warren video earlier this week?
No.
She made a video just calling out Trump for his deal he just made with like the UAE and Binance, some kind of like $2 billion investment or deal to use his stablecoin. And then more comments. He was on like Meet the Press and comments about his meme coin and how he's benefiting from all this. And that's starting to get like weaponized. So you got this senator who's introducing some legislation, prevents or bans presidents and Congress from issuing meme coins. It's crazy that they will fucking die on this hill all of a sudden, but everything else that's been going on with stock trading has been totally fine with them. Totally fine with all these guys for so long. And a meme coin is where a line is crossed.
Yep. Yep.
It's pretty fucked up. But here's the big problem again, why this throws a wrench in my plans, I guess, for my predictions for this month. Right? Genius Act, stablecoin legislation had bipartisan support. It seemed like it was something that was going to have a pretty easy time getting passed. Like pretty darn easy. Until this weekend, 9 Democrats flipped and now are not going to vote for it. Now, all deals will be worked out, I'm sure, and maybe they get one back over. But all of a sudden, this has become a political issue again, and it's not as like, this is not going to be as easy as we thought, right? So yesterday there was a hearing, right? And you had Democrats walking out of this here. I'm trying to think what exactly this was. I think a hearing, I guess. But yeah, no, it's exactly what it was. They walked out. They walked out. So all of a sudden, crypto is losing support, specifically because Trump, specifically because him and his meme coin and his stable coin. So now I'm worried that Genius Act doesn't make it this month. All indications, dude, was it was going to get voted on this month. which is fucking huge. That's the biggest legislation we could get, other than broad regulation, right? It's if you regulate stable coins, that's the go ahead for everybody to come in. You know, banks and financial institutions. That's the go ahead for them to all come in and launch their own stable coins and start bringing stuff on chain. Without that, I don't know. In fact, I think if that doesn't pass here, or if we don't see like positive progress on it, I think we're kind of fucked for the summer. So I don't know, dude. Not great. Not great. Things are kind of changing quick here. We'll see. Any thought? Have you been keeping up on the any of those bills, any of the legislation? Because you're pretty fucking dialed into that stuff.
Yeah, no, truth be told, no. Just kind of like heads down in Kong stuff right now. So it's kind of on the periphery right now.
Yeah, man, I'm look, if we get some progress with the Genius Act, I think we have a phenomenal fucking summer. And of course, we get rate cuts today. But I think if the Genius Act makes progress or is passed, or again, if there's just positive talk around it, the real date people have got circled is by August. By August, people believe we're going to get stablecoin legislation actually passed into law. And that also sets us up for a wild last half of the year. It really does. It sets us up for that wild fall, which did you see CZ's Bitcoin predictions for this cycle? I like
Did he say, oh, no, I didn't see it for this cycle. What was it?
500K to $1 million.
This cycle?
Yeah, this cycle.
Well, Kramer says it's not possible. So, who are you going to believe?
That's double bullish, dude. That's why maybe I got to go with CZ on it. I keep making these. I don't think they're dumb comments, but they might be to some people, where it's like, I really, really believe the higher Bitcoin goes, the more likely people are to spend it on ordinals. I do believe that. Did we talk about that even?
We might have, like a week or two ago.
Okay, that would have been about the time. Yeah. Just generally, it's and I think CoinDesk tweeted this out earlier this week. They said there's 960-something thousand wallets that hold at least one Bitcoin, and I did some digging, and the average holding per wallet's 18 Bitcoin, right? And of course, it's weighted. Some have hundreds, and right, maybe some thousands, and some have literally one. But the average holding per wallet is 18, and so that's where I start going, man. Like this gets up to 500K, $1 million, $2 million. Like we get crazy with Bitcoin. These guys have changed their lives so many times over, and that's almost 1 million people changed their lives so many times over. It's hard to picture a few of them, like a small percentage of them, 2%, not spending one Bitcoin on an ordinal. It's really hard for me to picture because it's not like they're saying that's a loss. That's them thinking that they're holding a collectible on Bitcoin, something important that'll hold its value. And actually, at that point, like the euphoria phase, they'll actually think it can go up still. I have a hard time picturing that many people holding Bitcoin won't see an opportunity there because it doesn't take much, right? So the flip side of that too, well, I don't know, maybe kind of same vein. The higher it goes, the less likely I think people are to sell it for cash. I think like buying an ordinal with it still feels like you're holding Bitcoin, right? But selling it, cashing out, I don't know. I think we start seeing a really fucking interesting supply shock the higher it goes too. So fun thoughts for me at least, but it's how I'm feeling that this might go. It's why I could see us getting to 500K this cycle. I know it's an out there take. It's CZ's take though. I kind of agree. It's possible.
That'd be wild, man. Like I can still see that 500K to $1 million Bitcoin. This cycle would be incredible. I guess anything's possible. Anything's possible. I wouldn't think we'd hit that high this cycle, but to your point, with the Genius Act, and if we get stable coins flooding into the market and RWAs, like the whole fucking landscape changes when all of the sudden, like you talk like mainstream adoption, it's not in Web3 gaming, it's in this. It's just getting people familiar with the tech a little bit. It's getting institutions involved in it to a higher degree than they are now, and I just think it's at some point it's just a bit of a no-brainer that we go significantly higher.
Mike, that's literally it. It's like when people make those predictions, 500K, $1 million, it doesn't mean necessarily it should be worth that, and it doesn't mean it's going to live there. It just means we hit that. And I have trouble seeing us not hitting that, because like when Bitcoin goes to like 150 and 200 and 250, which we all know is going to happen, probably this cycle, if not next cycle. But when that happens, you start waking up and activating the normies who haven't gotten in yet because it's so expensive and they think they missed it. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, I could have been in and I could have 2 or 3x my money. But hang on, those same people who told me that was going to happen, they're all saying this is going to not 200K. They're saying it's going to go to 1 million and 2 million and 3 million. And at that point, like you said, we're going to have the stablecoin legislation. We're going to have these crypto rails, and they're going to be like, oh my God, okay, yeah, I get it. Like the whole financial system is going on chain. They're going to get it. And they're going to see so much upside still for Bitcoin. Right. And that's when these people really come in. And that's when I think people are going to really have trouble letting go of their Bitcoin, because they're going to see it too. It's like Mike's saying, though, it's supply shock. It means like Bitcoin hits 500K or a mil this cycle if that scenario happens. And again, people don't want to sell it. So it's like when we see, meme coins that launch with maybe bullshit tokenomics. There's just not a lot out there. There's no, low float, and they can really do some crazy numbers like the Trump coin when it came out, 70 bill market cap, like insane. So
do you mess around at all in like the rare sat kind of collectible side of the house?
No, I don't love them, but you?
Oh, I do like them a lot. I only own one. I own an uncommon 2009 sat.
Okay.
I like it. I think it's really niche. I think to people who just don't care about having art on chain, that there's people who just want to have like a Bitcoin collectible OG, something that goes way back. It's not going to be something that you have people flooding to. I just think there's going to be, to your point, people who are sitting on a metric shit ton of Bitcoin who are like, you know what? I want this sat. It's from '09.
Mm-hmm.
It's
like coin collecting.
It's exactly like coin collecting. Yep. So I like it. I think it's slept on a bit. So yeah, I'm excited to see. I think like, I don't believe in runes as much, though I can still see them becoming a thing. But I still have that ordinals thesis that you have. And I think that same thesis for ordinals to me goes into rare sats. Just to a smaller degree, less people in it. But I think it's like, the kind of niche side of things that I like.
No, I'm with you. Actually, I like rare sats, but they got to be like real rare ones, because there's so much fake rarity. The guys really tried to shoehorn some stuff in. Like some of these rare sats are like, they're rarer, but they're still like hundreds of thousands of them of these certain types. And I'm like, the ones like the epic sat I actually think is pretty awesome, right? There's like how many of those? Like 8 or something. Like those I think are cool. But most of them I think are bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's like I think it's I don't mean like pizza sats. I mean like I think there's this whole guys like Coaster and Edu, and there's a bunch of dudes in Kongs who are really into the rare sats. I'm learning it. I only know enough to probably get myself in trouble with it. But yeah, not what you see when you go on ordinals and you're like, this was inscribed on a pizza sat or block 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a different, deeper level where like I have a coin collection. I think like old coins are cool, and it very much reminds me of that. Like in pennies, like a 1909 SDVB, like there's just like, a very limited supply of them. And those are the kind of things that like real collectors are going for, and they're worth a lot.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'll tell you what I think of like the more common rare sats. It reminds me of like so Bitcoin meme coins, where I don't think the fact that they're on Bitcoin is going to matter a ton. It's just like a little extra narrative, bump. Like that's it. Just a little extra part to add to the story. And that's all most of those rare sats do for, like an NFT that's inscribed, on it or something like that. But again, some of them are fucking rare. Some of them are actually, what's the rarest one? Can I sort these by floor? No, maybe not. Hang on. Black rare. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if these get enough volume to go by floor price. Some of them are legit rare. I'll say that. So those I like. That I think is fucking cool.
A lot of them are probably like wheat pennies, where you're like, oh yeah, it's old, but like, not. It's worth 3 cents instead of 1.
Yep.
But there are some rare ones in there. What is it? Hal Finney. Like there's some sats that are from his Bitcoin. I don't know. There's just like this whole culture there that I do want to learn a little bit more about. I feel like my ordinals bags are fairly packed. But I like the idea of just kind of having like a little bit of a, we have runes, we have ordinals. I'm like, have a rare set, but I'd like to pick up a couple more that are like actually valuable. I think I paid like 0.02 for mine. I think the floor on it's like 0.04, something around there.
Stack them. Stack those things.
Stack stats, bro.
Cats. I see your Gloria. Dude, good shit. Hang on. Okay. There was an AI agent launch on virtuals today, and I got them coming on the afternoon show, so I'm excited for it. But they launched.
I saw some posts this morning about it.
Oh, dude, I think it's a cool one. Your allocations were 33 virtuals, so you 10x. You got a 10x there. That's awesome. Yeah, dude, the virtuals launches are free money. Anybody who's not doing them because they just don't want to learn it or whatever, it's literally free money right now. It is like up only on the things that make it. The only downside is you might not get a huge allocation on the hot ones because it's basically like you stake or commit your points, and your percentage of the points is how many your percent of the virtuals pool that you'll get. So the more people in, the more diluted you are. So it's kind of, there's a game within game, but almost no matter what, if you get in one of the hot tokens early, you win. It's like where we launched Swarm, right? On this method. It was with Vader. Now it's on virtual, but same method. If you launch at a tiny market cap, you kind of are only going up. So like this launched here at like 700K, and it's because virtual is up so much. But yeah, sitting at a 1.5 mil market. Yeah, so you're at a 2x here right now, and cats might have gotten out much higher.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice
it's pretty cool. No, people should be playing virtuals though. It's pretty easy. Let me see what other man we got. I don't know much about this, but it's actually pretty big. A big ETH update or upgrade, a big fork. It's called
Vectra, right?
Vectra. Yeah, what do you know about it?
Nothing. Just that it's supposed to be a big. I feel like I've heard it referred to as like the biggest upgrade. I don't know if it was since like the London fork or since it's supposed to be big, but I don't know what it does different, and I don't know that I'm not sure if it matters.
This one might. I saw a couple things that did look pretty fucking cool. Like actually look pretty fucking cool. Small examples, and I've got a different list that'll show a little more like utility you'll get here. So like small example, revoke.cash, you can now like batch revoke approvals. Instead of going one at a time, you can now do it in a batch. Because I think the coolest update here is it turns your wallet into like a smart wallet. It's essentially like a contract address for your wallet. So people can do some really, really smart shit here and make your wallet have some cool new functionality. So yeah, allows normal wallets to function like smart contracts, enables features like transaction batching, social recovery, sponsored transactions, basically third parties pay gas fees, two-factor authentication, custom spending limits. Yeah, I mean that to me is pretty fucking big. What else we have here? Doubles blob capacity, don't care. Well, I don't care. I don't know much about it. Again, I like the sponsored gas stuff. I think that's awesome. It also enables to pay gas and fees other than ETH, which different wallets were allowing you to do that anyways, but this lets you do it at like the Ethereum, like at the blockchain level, which is cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll see what people build off it, but it sounds like it's a pretty good update, pretty big update. So we'll see.
No, that sounds like an improvement. Not sure how it all shakes out, but like awesome.
Yeah. Anything that gets those ETH bags fucking pumping, dude. It's been so bad for you.
Nothing gets ETH bags pumping. Yeah. Nothing. I love that that meme that's out where it has like the racers on the track and all the other ones. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, dude, it goes just
like
backwards.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep. Yeah, try to call it like a quality of life upgrade. That's what it feels like a much fucking needed quality of life update. The wallet thing is pretty
cool. That's a great way to put it.
Yep. We have there's some news about the Trump World Liberty Financial that pre-sale thing they did, months ago. They are giving away some USD1, so some stable coin to holders. I have a feeling it's not going to be like a small amount, just a feeling. Like really like start seeding their stable coin out there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Doodles announced the launch date of their token coming on the 9th.
May 9th, right? Yeah.
Dude, so much FUD, dude. There's so much FUD.
I just like, I like Doodles. I feel like I don't know if I ever was like a shit talker of Doodles. I don't remember being a shit talker, but if I was, it's been a long while since I was. Um, I don't get I I don't get why anybody is. I understand why people are bitching because they're like, no NFT communities included, and I'm like, well, who fucking cares? It's their token. It's their token. If you have their token, like a doodle, you're fine, right? Doodles are going to be fine. If you just thought that they owed every OG community or every relevant NFT community free money, you're an idiot. It's not how it works. Like they have a plan. I imagine they've been looking at the market. They've been seeing what works, what doesn't work. And I think they're just like, okay, we're launching on Solana. We're rewarding some DeFi protocols on Solana, and like that's it. Like, I feel like you're probably calculating who's your target audience and who do I think might have a chance of dumping this less than another group. And I think we've seen a bit how it plays out when you just airdrop to OG NFT communities. They're
Yep.
you're insta dumping. So I don't think they owed us anything. I think reward your holders, reward whoever else you want to reward, and everybody else shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude, the fucking community is awful. It's
Awful.
if you don't win, if you don't get something free, you fud the shit.
It's
It's
just, dude, you're spot on. It's terrible, dude. It really is. I'm kind of tired of it, to be honest with you.
yeah. Yeah, at some point when everything just keeps losing its value, some point people give a shit about the builders and the cool shit being built, and right? Like at some point there's a kind of correction here when there's no, you know what it is? It's just because the guys who are just here for gains, the harder it is for them to find it, the more they leave. Like there's so like, dude, it is dead on X. It's dead. It is. Bitcoin's at 95K, and like in general, things are not bad, but it's dead out there because people are not finding easy wins, so they're kind of gone. They're gone, and that just keeps happening. I assume so, which I think is kind of good.
Yeah, it's just I really lately, not like in the last couple of weeks, but certainly in the last like 6 to 12 months, it's just really hit me how quality is not what like I think we already know that, but just nobody really cares about quality. You can say it, but you don't actually mean it. People don't care about builders. I saw you pop into the spaces I was on yesterday when we were talking about Web3 gaming, and I'm still just like, yeah, people don't care about that either. By the way, there's some people who do, but like in general, people don't. People just care about what can they make the most amount of gains on, and it can be nothing more than vaporware. Building because what does building do for people? I think we've not really seen building equate to anything fruitful for holders. So,
Yep.
But I like what Doodles is doing, and I'm happy that they have the coffers to keep kind of like taking the baton forward. Do I think their token will do well? I guess I would just kind of assume like it pumps out of the gate and then it dumps. I guess I just assume. Is it weird that I assume it will just do like an anime?
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would think otherwise. That's just how they go. And I give it like the tiniest percent chance that it does something different, that it actually is like game changing because it's it's in AI and it is interesting. But I give it a not even maybe a 5% chance. I don't know what it is, but a low percent chance that it like matters and changes the game. But I know people don't give a shit about that stuff. They don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's hard to see that. If they pull some big brands in, which they are teasing, and they launch a token, and kind of like the virtual token, right? The virtual token is paired with every AI agent. Kind of like that, the dude token is going to be paired with every token that launches with them. So if they pull a McDonald's and the McDonald's launches a token, or an Adidas or whoever the fuck, and they launch a token paired with dudes, maybe spicy, maybe interesting, right?
Yeah. That could be something different. I don't hate the sounds of that, but yeah, I think so many people from the like we're so close to when I say the inside, I mean anybody who's even listening to this is close to the inside. If you're listening to like a kind of a crypto based show, you're deep in Web3, and the thing is, I think there's just so many people that can't comprehend what the hell any of this is. Like, oh, it's a collectible. That's what's cool about it. Oh, it's on chain. That's what's cool about it. Like, it might get me some free stuff. That's what I'm supposed to like about it. I just think it's really hard to understand for like a normal person why any of this should matter to them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to the people that are already in the space, the things that they mostly care about are getting in early to something that they think is going to pump, and that what somebody's actually building is kind of irrelevant. I hate to say that. It's not
It is.
irrelevant to me. It's not
No,
irrelevant to
no.
me, but
I get exactly what you mean. It's funny. People for as long as people have been here, like a lot of people have been here for years at this point, and they still don't quite get it, right? These teams cannot really deliver you rewarding stuff beyond whitelist yet. All you're seeing right now, the people who are building and why it's not so appealing to holders because it doesn't benefit them yet, they're looking for a way to even survive still. They're looking for a way to build something that sustains them. And nobody's really well. Actually, some of these teams are on the cusp of cracking it. Maybe some have. Maybe Pudgy Penguins have. I don't know. But that's like, dude, mission one is self-sustaining. Oh, a self-sustaining Web3 entity, business, whatever. Then they can probably kick some stuff your way. Then like, that's why people aren't seeing these things be super beneficial to them, because the projects can't even make money off this stuff yet. Most of them, 99% of them can't. But that does change when that code is cracked again. I think Pudgies are just about there. Claynosaurs might be just about there. Maybe Doodles are going to be there with this. Maybe. Beyond that, who's building these sustainable models? You guys have got, I think, have got a form of that. With some
form of it. Yeah, form of it. It's funny because like a lot of the ones you mentioned, they're all kind of like IP based, right? Kind of content / IP based. I think we're going a little bit more in the direction of product based. Because for us, a lot of these projects have raised money, so they've got a little bit more. They've got longer runway. They've got more time to figure things out, so they can take probably bigger chances. I think IP, like, I will be really, really surprised if IP plays out. I will be, but I'll be happy if it does. I just think it's like when I was in Tokyo, and I just remember just seeing all of the IP there, just like infinite amounts of IP. And I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's a hard code to crack. And I think it takes a long time. So I think if you're in it for the IP, you're playing the really, really long game. But everybody you mentioned is playing that IP game.
This is why I see maybe potential for the dude token, maybe. Because I think it gives you a way to do those quick collaborations, but potentially with big brands, like potentially, right? It just, I think it's, man, if you want to like accelerate IP, you might do it with something like them. So they've already got the IP that's now familiar to people in Web3 and to some degree people outside of Web3. So now if they can build out that IP, go ahead. What?
I was just going to ask, like, let's even say going down that route of like, which I know you made this up, but that dude could be paired with like if a partner's launching a token, right? Why does $1 billion?
No, that's really how it works.
That is what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Why does Adidas need to launch a token?
This goes to the like age-old debate, and by age-old, a month old, like CZ put on the timeline, like most agents don't need tokens, and there's a whole debate about that, right? Do you need a token? I just think everything's better for having a token. I do. I think it's a way to like incentivize the agent itself, because again, everything in that ecosystem is going to be AI too. So everything's going to be an AI agent. I think it's a way for them, if they're autonomous, especially to like, okay, there's different models out there and they're trained different ways, right? There's I think there's like 3 or so, maybe there's more, but main ways that they're trained. I think on top of that, if you have these agents that are incentivized to have better answers for you, to like improve themselves, if they're incentivized by their value going up, which I think they would be, right? If you train them to want to see their value go up, and they do that by being better. I think that's just one of the ways, but I think just them being interoperable, putting them on chain. So for me, it's actually more about being on chain than having a token, but to be on chain, you kind of need a token to use too.
But if you're like $1 billion brand, right? And you're publicly traded and you have, quarterly earning reports and things like that, and you're doing your presentation to your shareholders, etc. Like, do you really want to show your chart that is more than likely top left to bottom right? Like,
right. It's a good point.
That's a really good point. I just wonder if that, like, does that look good? Like, what reputational damage to the brand, execution risk. I'm just like, is it worth it? Maybe for like mid tiers, but I just think of like these big companies, and I'm like, they're already bringing in the dollars.
Mhm.
Do they really bring in more dollars launching a token?
Yeah.
Maybe.
No,
Anyway, just
it's a great thought, dude. I don't think about that often enough. How like the optics of it look and matter, right? And they do matter for a big brand. They do. People just run with negative headlines. Just if your token, if your chart looks ass, people are going to certainly put that out there. We were talking about this briefly yesterday too, about like these virtual launches and how now that they're like profitable, they're getting sniped like crazy. And dude, I got to tie these together. Like, dude, I think we're trying to shoehorn tokens into things that don't need tokens. They do need to be on chain, but they don't need a token, dude. I think so many of these things should still just be an NFT. Still just that. I think it's just so much easier to find the real value. And then you don't get those charts who look the way you described. I mean, you do in a way, right? That if you price them the right way, and if you have a great product where there's real demand and it's just the NFT represents your access to it or your fandom or something, NFTs just make so much more sense for so much more of this shit out there. It's just people don't want that product for some reason, and I don't know why.
I gotta fly, my friend.
Bummer, but no, cool. I'm glad you stopped by, man. It's been way too fucking long, dude. We should get a Spaces going soon. Like,
yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Yeah, we should. Yeah, but I love you, man. It was great chatting for a bit. Okay, man.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right, see you, dude.
I'll catch you soon. Love you, man. Bye. All right, that was a cool treat, dude. I really haven't talked to him in a week or so. Like sometimes, life. Sometimes we just go stretch. When we did the afternoon show, that was our best way to stay in touch. But yeah, dude, it's been a minute. Great catching up with him. I wanted to ask him about Andor. I just don't think he's seen it yet. Speaking of which, did any of you see Andor? Fucking amazing last night. I'm telling you, like, I liked Andor season 1. I liked it. It was good. I didn't love it though. And then Andor season 2, I already liked more. Like, it's already better. But yesterday, no spoilers, by the way, but yesterday's Andor, if you guys saw reviews for Andor ahead of time before it came out and people saying it's like some of the best TV ever, I didn't feel that until yesterday. And so yesterday's 3 episodes come out. I'm like, oh my God, it is some of the best Star Wars I've ever seen, but it's like, it is some of the best TV I've ever seen. It was that good. It was that good. And there's 3 episodes to go. So man, if you're not watching that show, yesterday was fucking amazing. All right, still looking at Gloria. Now I cannot wait to chat with John here in a bit. Yeah, you're still looking at a 2.5x right now. Katz, how do you get a 10x out of that? I'm trying to like make these numbers all make sense still, and I feel like I'm missing something, right? So out of the gate, this launches at a 700K market cap. So unless you sell right up here, which he might have done that. But I think even there, you're looking at a, if I'm mathing right, a 4x, 4.5x. I don't see the 10x. And I might be misunderstanding what market cap you get in at. Right? I just assume it's where the candle starts. But maybe it's way lower. Oh, you haven't? Okay, got it. So, okay, I want to make sure I understand how it works too. You commit your points. You commit an amount of virtual. You're putting as much virtual as you are trying to like cover the supply you're going to get. And you're going to probably send more virtual because you get refunded back anything it doesn't spend, right? It doesn't use to buy your tokens. All that really matters though is the points you commit, right? You commit, 1,000 points. What percent of the committed points is your 1,000, right? And then that's your percentage of the tokens that you're going to get to buy. So they'll take the virtual token you committed to, use that to buy your percent of tokens, and they refund you the difference back, right? And there's no points refund back, right? Because they use all your points. Your points are committed, your points are gone. Dude, Drop King, I wish they would tokenize points. I know they said they won't. I wish they would. I think that'd be awesome. There you go. Okay. Oh, dude, myself, a million times more. A million times. Like, I don't love Mandalorian. I think there's some episodes that are cool. But even like the episodes with Luke, I don't ever think felt like Star Wars. Not quite. It didn't hit me. It didn't. Even the Ahsoka episodes, which I thought were cool. There's some episodes that are cool as shit. And they do feel like Star Wars. This feels like excellent fucking top tier like cinema, like in a way we've never seen in Star Wars. I tell you what, these last 3 episodes are like as good as you can get in like that medium. It's that fucking good. I'm not even being hyperbolic. It's that fucking good. The writing and everything. I can't fucking believe we got Star Wars that is like that good. And everybody, you're going to see this. Everybody who's seen it is going to say the same thing. When people said this show is like a triumph and all this shit and best TV period in maybe ever, like some of the, like rank it with the best ever. And some are like past 5 years, it's the best show. I get it. I get people saying that after the last couple episodes. Fucking amazing. I'm going to go back and rewatch them tonight. I'm like blown away by how intense they were. Like, fuck. Committed 2,600 points and 12 virtuals. They sent back 8.5 virtuals, and you got 3,100 Gloria. Yeah, I love that, dude. Oh man, myself just I power through the first 6, and they're really good. So you're not going to need to power through, but it's like Andor. It's a slow grind. It's really well done, but where it goes from like really well done and good, like really good, to like fucking something we've never seen in Star Wars, like a whole other, like that's episodes 7, 8, 9. It's really good. So you spent 3.5 virtuals for the allocation. If you sold, it's 33. Yeah, that's the number I'm having trouble seeing. 33. I mean, 3.5 you spent. It's worth 30. That would, again, I'm probably being retarded. Wouldn't that mean there's a 10x? Wouldn't that put this at like a 7 mil market cap? And again, I'm probably like mathing wrong somewhere. I know I'm mathing wrong somewhere. Like I'm doing a formula. I'm doing some kind of equation that you don't do here. We need a sniping bot, man. But pretty fucking great. Pretty fucking great. I'm such a fan. I cannot wait to talk with them. I'm telling you, man, the things that Gloria does is things I would use. And if I would use it, I know there's a market for it too. I know this. The problem, it's not a problem. It's actually a good thing. There's gonna be a lot of products like this that curate news for you. So I'm more interested in how they're going to take that news and then create content with it themselves, which is just one of their angles, right? They want to like power people and AI and agents and stuff that are going to use their news. I love it. I really fucking love it. Somebody should launch AI agents that are sniping bots. And the only reason it needs to be an agent is so you can tell it what you want it to do instead of you having to like sit here and program code your sniper bot. Yeah, so Cats, this is why I think I'm wrong about doing this, saying that they launch at this market cap, 733K. I think the pre-sale gets it so much lower and it opens up higher than that. I don't know exactly how that works because the money for the pre-sale, I think, goes to the LP. Like, so when you're buying in, that's money that goes into the liquidity pool. I think I need to get virtuals on to clear this up. So hang on, let me see. A 10x. Okay, 10x means you really getting this at like 160K market cap, which could totally be how it works. And again, when it actually TGE happens and the first buys start happening, they happen much, much higher. So yeah, that would make sense. But then I wish we could see what the market cap is when it opens, just so we have like a reference point. Because otherwise, I just got to go by what the chart says, which isn't accurate then. If I put these questions on the timeline, do I sound retarded? Or do people want to see that stuff? Is it okay for me to be retarded on the timeline? I do want to know this shit. I just don't know the right place to ask. But I also assume, like, if I have the questions, I assume everybody, like, other people have the question too, right? Should just put it out there. Whatever. Let me see what else we got. Guys, somebody sold this punk for 4 ETH. They probably thought it was 42 ETH and they accepted it too quick. So 4.2 ETH got somebody a CryptoPunk. Absolutely crazy. Forbes article talking about NFTs, and it's a pretty good article, by the way. It is. It's great to see NFTs being talked about this way again. I see everybody's got these opinions of NFTs. Will they be back as big as they were, or is that never going to happen again? And I think they'll be back bigger than before. I don't think it's this cycle. Who knows? But I do think in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to see an NFT cycle way bigger than last time. And so you got this article pointing out rightfully that there's IP that's like thriving here. And it's awesome to see. Awesome. This is on Forbes. It's awesome to see. Awesome of them to use some Crypto Slam data right in the article too. Thank you guys. It's great to see. I love NFTs getting some more mainstream attention. They deserve it. And it is just a matter of time, man. It is till this stuff really, really takes off again. It is going to happen. All right. So for us, all eyes on Doodles over the next few days. TGE, how does it go? Are people going to make money? Cats, have a great day, buddy. Yeah, dude. Can't wait. We got some fun stuff coming up. That's for sure. Let me see what other topics we want to hit on real quick. We did not get as well. I mean, we had the great fucking Henry on. It's nice to catch up. There's some other headlines we're probably not going to get to, so we'll hit them tomorrow. Let me see what else we got. Oh, I wanted to talk, and we'll do it tomorrow. But everybody's shitting on these women content creators. I get why people are doing it. I get why people find it off-putting, and also it's so silly. It's not a problem with these girls who are just having fun and got bigger balls than a lot of other people, and because they got the balls to put it online. It's not a problem with them. It's a problem if you kind of don't understand it, right? Like, it doesn't mean you have to like it, but like really shitting on them for it, when the reality is they're like, it's just kids having fun and actually doing good work. Like, it is work to make these kind of videos and make this kind of content. And again, put yourself out there, and it is smart business what they're doing. It's really smart business. And there's just a lot of people out there, boomers like me, who like don't get it. Again, I get why they don't get it. I get it. Like, it's not my style either, but I get it and I appreciate what they're doing. But yeah, you got all crypto Twitter going crazy, one side or the other about this. If you've not seen, do you guys want me to play it? Have you guys seen it? I some of you guys will like it like I do, like appreciate it, and some of you guys will hate it. But this guy doesn't get it. Like, thinks they're flaunting wealth when this is like fucking dude, it's like parody. It's just, they're just having fun. There we go. Satire is the right word. It's satire. It's just being a fucking, it's like what's the girl's name? That girl that does the cringe content. Bangers. It's like that kind of content. Same kind of vibe. We need it if we want these like normies coming. We do. And then the younger generation, the younger crypto bros, and again, I know a lot of us don't like that stuff either, but this is their shit. They like this stuff. We look, if you want to make money in this space, if you want to take their money, you need this content to keep them in and engaged. Please look at this as a good thing. If those guys aren't here and engaged, they're not giving you their money. They're not. I'll just even scroll through it. It's just this girl walking around bragging about this like rich house and money, and it's like good, harmless fun. It's stupid. What? Yeah, smart business. Smart kids. Yeah. All right, we'll call it there. There's so much more I want to talk about. God damn. We didn't even look at NFTs, so we'll do that real quick. Just to peek at volume. Sales up yesterday, good, 14 mil. Profits garbage, $1 million in the negative. Not shocked. There's your top collections. Doodles coming up. I don't know what XSY deposit is. No idea, but there's your top 10 and your top sales. Oh, dude, CryptoPunk run. I love it. There we go. And even a Bitcoin punk sneaks in, but a nice beanie punk selling for 150 ETH. There we go. There we fucking go. Cutie, you made it right in time for us to get out of here. Darn. It's good to see you, though, man. Guys, smash the like and come over and subscribe. We have, again, really cool afternoon show today with the team behind Gloria. Token just launched on virtuals, already cooking. Cats is up 10x on this bad boy. Like, people are printing off virtuals. We need to be paying attention to that. I'm bringing those teams on here to talk their projects, their tokens. Gloria today. We got another hot one coming up tomorrow or Friday. Just look look at the virtuals launches, and you could. It's the hottest one that's coming up here. And then also AIXVC coming up probably next week. Maybe it's Friday, coming up very soon. We got some really cool shit coming. It's just like the Solana Girls House. Exactly that. It's exactly like that. So anyway, a lot of cool shit coming. Subscribe. See you guys at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Come with questions. There we go. We'll see you guys later. Peace.